the Analects of Confucius 4.6, Confucius says something very similar to the popular saying, when there is a will, there is a way. And in his context, he uses it to support his kind of claim that all human beings are capable of being humane, being morally good. And he approaches this in both a realist and an optimist point of view. And what does he say exactly? I know that this particular paragraph or verse or chapter is relatively long, longer than the last one that I said was relatively long. But we got this, we can do it. It has a lot of information in it, and I'll break it down step by step. And without further ado, let's get started. 4.6, the master said, I have never seen a person who truly loved humaneness or a person who was truly repelled by the lack of humaneness. A person who truly loved humaneness would think that nothing could surpass humaneness. A person who was truly repelled by the lack of humaneness while putting humaneness into practice would not allow any inhumane person to influence his conduct. Is it possible for a person in the space of a day to devote all his effort to the practice of humaneness? I have never seen a person who lacks the strength to do so. There may be one, but I have not seen such a person. Alright, so first sentence, I have never seen a person who truly loved humaneness or a person who was truly repelled by the lack of humaneness. So Confucius is saying that he has never met someone who really truly loves goodness, or someone who really truly hates bad things. And so this kind of connects to a lot of people might admire humanity or humaneness, but only few actually, burn for it or actually live by it, like 24/7, 365 days in a year. So he's never met anyone who really likes good things and really hates bad things so much that their actions reveal the beliefs themselves. And then the second sentence, a person who truly loved humaneness would think that nothing could surpass humaneness. So a person who really appreciates humaneness would think that it is the highest virtue, and Confucius believes that it is the highest virtue. And a person who was truly repelled by the lack of humaneness while putting humaneness into practice would not allow any inhumane person to influence his conduct. So a person who really just dislikes humaneness is already someone who rejects it, who doesn't let any kind of unrighteous things to stick to their conduct. And this connects to the fact that that person would not allow any inhumane person to influence his conduct as well. They wouldn't ever be really close to any person who doesn't do the right thing, just in case the inhumane person would influence the humane person. And so the humane person, you can think of it as someone who would never be crushed under peer pressure. And then the next part, is it possible for a person in the space of day to devote all his effort to the practice of humaneness? And he answers his own question, which is it possible for someone to be 100% completely good and free of all the bad things in just for a day? And Confucius answers his own question by saying, I've never seen a person who lacks the strength to do so. There may be one, but I have not seen such a person. And Confucius is just marveling at how rare it actually is for a person to give his whole strength to humaneness, and even just in the space of a day. And that is because it's actually very morally demanding, and although it may sound kind of easy, it sounds kind of easy to me, but I just think that perhaps it's easier said than done. And what he's saying is that no one lacks the strength to practice humaneness, But instead, what they lack is their will. So when there is a will, there is a way, because we all have the strength in us to practice full-on goodness. But only few of us want to. And Confucius says there could be some person out there in the world, but he has never seen one, which implies that it's really just not common at all. So Confucius is approaching this in both a realist and an optimist point of view. And the realist point of view is only few people can actually wholeheartedly be in goodness. Nobody is actually completely good, and we drift and we compromise, but that's all right. That's part of who we are. But no one is weak enough that humaneness can't reach. And so the optimist point of view is nobody lacks the strength to do it. Nobody lacks the material nobody is not fit enough to be good. It's just that not a lot of us want to be completely good. And so humaneness is not just a gift that only a few people can get. And it's not set either. First, it can be for everyone as long as you want it. And with this perseverance, your potential is unlocked, and everyone has the potential to do it. Everyone has the potential to be good. And so while most people think that failure just means I couldn't do it, Confucius says that failure just means that you didn't want to do it enough. And so if you really did want to be absolutely good, or if you wanted to do anything, if you truly wanted that thing to become a reality, then you would have done it. And yeah, that will be all today, and I will see you in the next one.